Wow. Hey y'all, what's up? I'm finally able to go live. Look, let me just pause and say I genuinely really appreciate the fact that I am dark as matter. And when I open my mouth and I smile, it's just so bright. But I'm gonna get up. Uh, y'all know we're close as ever to the winter solstice where day and night is uh it's darker in the day now, so that's why it seems like it's so dark where I am at. I'm gonna cut on some light. uh I've been laying down for a minute just because it's been an emotional day, y'all. And what excited me was I'm able to go live now and be direct, something I've been waiting on. But I wasn't even gonna probably do no video today. But I'm still working on this transparency, this sharing and growing this tribe, this community. So I really hope um, whenever people come across this, please like, comment, and share. But um, as y'all can see, your girl's energy levels is very well monitored right now. I had to do a release of myself today. Um, Last night I didn't get much. I didn't go to sleep honestly till about like 3 o'clock in the morning. Um, my angel was on my mind and my heart, my son. I guess that seasonal depression is trying to kick in, and I ain't even fighting it for real. I'm just, like, this comes with the territory. But I winded up, a photo of me and him came up on my phone, and I decided to share it. I didn't share it on YouTube, which I probably will, but it's on my Instagram, and my Facebook, the frequency holder, RTC, her legacy. So if you want to go check it out, you can. And I'm gonna do my best to just let my emotions just flow, because that's all it is, just energy and motion. But when I posted the video, well, I posted the photo, um I follow a lot of other women who I know personally who have lost children, excuse me. And I know we're all just in that season right now of like, if I cry, y'all, just, it is what it is. This is what y'all get, the real live giddiness, the transparency, the energy, you know. But I follow them, and I feel all of their emotions right now. Like, we're all in this space of still doing our best to honor our children, but also go forward. And my heart just genuinely goes out to all of them right now. All of them right now. I know some of them personally. Um, and even I know, like, it's probably some that follow me, um, that I don't even probably know of their situation, but with me sharing the content and stuff that I do, with hopes that it's supporting them too. Um, I'm a big baby, y'all, for real, on the low. I'm very strong. externally and externally, but I'm very in tune with my emotions and myself, as well as like the collective. And so when I shared my son's video, my son's photo, it just really it just hit me even more, like, wow, Ebony, you not on this journey alone. And although all of our circumstances and how our children passed away are different, I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of them for just even getting up each and every day to have the willpower to post something, to say something, whether if it's through anger, grief, however, because there's no there's no word or no phrase or whatever for grieving parents. You got orphans for children who have lost parents. You have widows and widowers for people who have lost their significant spouse. But there's no names for us as the parents who have lost children. And it's just even more intense because it should be opposite, right? But yet these are the things that happen that honestly doesn't even get any type of recognition, or the recognition that I feel it deserves. And that's why everything is kind of happening right now for me in my life. I genuinely really feel like in a divine time and where it needs to be. Like me being able to go live, me being able to share these messages, and sharing my story, sharing my gifts, and in the space of the present, because that's where and what it's about to me, being present. Like, it's not easy to be present, you know but I'm doing my best. I'm doing my damn best to be present, because being in this moment is like I'm able to see the beauty out of all this pain and chaos and confusion and destruction, even as I still grieve my children. But my heart is going out right now to all those angel moms. I'm calling y'all angel moms, just like myself. I come across people who try to defy, you know, what death means. And literally, I go through ego deaths, spiritual deaths, physical deaths. I go through deaths daily. Why? Because I choose to. Because I know there's parts of me that has to die in order for me to be reborn, and see a new me, see a new creation, see what the divine is really, you know, doing in my life. So I don't try to necessarily make things make sense. I allow them to make sense to not just myself, but others, because I definitely believe in a higher power. But I also believe in change and growth and transformation through higher conscious living. Um, so yeah, like, I just really I feel their emotions today, let alone with mine. So I'm like standing in agreement with them. I'm praying for justice for my friend's mother. I had a friend, a childhood friend that I grew up with, who passed in a tragic way, who she's no longer with her child, you know? And that just, it's a vicious world we live in, but it's also could be a beautiful place. you know? But I'm standing in agreement with her because each and every time when I see her post, it just uplifts my spirit to know, like, even me as a mother, we have a right to continue to still stand up and fight for these injustices that have been done, not only to us, but our children. You know, so I just really need y'all to know and understand, like, I've been created like this. I have a very loving, kind heart, and yet the world around me has definitely tried to strip me of that because I'm able to see and feel the death of other people's pain, let alone my own. And, you know, being able to give them recognition and honor them and let them know, like, this is a time for us to really go deep in depth with who we are, who the creator, divine creator created us to be, and transform that shit. Yes, I cuss. I don't do it just off the hinges, but when I'm speaking some truths that's powerful and it still let me know I'm still a human being. I'm still going through transformations and changes just like a person who has not lost a child. You know, but I sat in the dark. Well, I wasn't even in the dark, y'all. I was just laying down on my couch, you know, and just in silence and just being with myself, you know, having just immense feelings of my child covering me like a blanket. Like, that's what I feel like God is too, to a lot of us. Who the divine, who the source creator is to a lot of us. It's like a blanket covering me in a space and where I feel uncertainty. You know, it's the holiday season. It's been 4 years since my son has passed, and I don't genuinely celebrate holidays no more. But I've learned to honor and celebrate myself and my journey and my process, because it has not been easy, you know? So I had to let those emotions just wave over me and embrace it and know that as I release it, what's mine and what's not, of course, I'm able to still continue to go forward. I did some deep writing today, and that reflection put me in a space of humility. You know, it's so funny. The Most High has a very creative way in humbling us in times when we need it. And so I sat with it. I sit with a lot these days because I'm not trying to keep running from these things as if I may have in the past, not being aware of it, as if my ancestors have possibly done in the past too, not being aware of it. Sitting with that shit and letting it move on. And now I'm able to get on here and finally go live and share that part of me with hopes that it reaches the people and the souls who it's supposed to, so they can know that they not on this journey alone. You know, so what a time, right? But overall, y'all, now y'all know parts of my backstory and why I created this YouTube, to preserve the life and legacy of my children, but also to show people that, you know, righteous transformations, consciously, Christ consciously, oh yeah, they possible, but just don't expect them to be in the way that you may think they are, or even what others want to project on you to think that your transformation is supposed to be. you know? When I released today, I mean, I cried. I cried like a baby. Like, I'm tired, God. And you know I am. But you give me the strength to keep enduring and keep going forward. You keep sending things through me so I can be able to continue to express myself and share. And I'm grateful for that. But I'm also just, I'm ready to just be. Because outside of this vessel that I am, this has been my physical experience as a spiritual being. And it has not been all rainbows and butterflies. I definitely feel a lot of that now internally, even with a lot of the chaos that's going on outside. But I'm just grateful to still be here, to still take a breath and still breathe through, knowing like out of all the shit that I done been through, I'm really healing. I'm really changing the DNA frequency of my lineage. Y'all gonna have to stay tuned because it gets deeper and it gets more realer over here. My writing today, that's what did it for me. That's when I had another death. You know, sometimes we feel like our pain and the people and things that were involved in those situations, we want justice. We do. And hell yeah, we deserve justice. But when I sat today and I wrote and I rewrote and I cleaned up and I checked my heart posture. And it was like my future self was talking to me, guiding me through my writings. Like, who do you really want to be this time around? Out of all this shit you done been through, out of all this adversity that you done faced, who do you really want to be this time around? And I'm gonna be honest, like, I damn sure don't want to be like nobody, nobody else. I want to continue to be my most authentic self, my higher self, more conscious, more aware of the things that a lot of people just don't, they choose not to even pay attention to. And it let me know, like, I don't have to exploit people, situations, and things just because I know I deserve justice. It also let me know, too, that the more that I evolve and grow on this journey, I'm going to always check my heart posture. I'm going to always make sure that I'm not coming from a place of being egotistical and manipulative like some of the spirits and people who I've experienced, even if it was in my bloodline. You know, I'm really deciding to make choices for my future self now because my present self, she knows that this is possible. So I just thought I'd share y'all. Because, of course, when spirits speak, I'm going to be obedient. But this is a special one to me. You know, I really want to believe, I really want to continue to believe and know that I'm making a difference in this world and my world just by being my authentic self, changing my narrative, rewriting my story, and really genuinely healing things that those and people are probably scared to face within themselves. I'm glad I tried today. I'm glad I released. I'm glad I decided to sit still. Because that's where real healing begins. And now I know I feel like I have even more strength and fortitude to face some things that I know aren't even real mountains. I am the mountain, you know? I feel like I'm David right now, facing Goliath and I mean these giants. That's a message right there in itself too. Like a lot of that energy has been coming around me, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I know of those stories of the Bible, you know what I'm saying, but my frequency is just my awareness is just, those are parables to me. But I'm grateful for them because when they align in the season you in, oh yeah, you can definitely reference back to some of that. But if you an angel mom out there, or if you a parent out there that has lost a child, whether if it was miscarriage, stillbirth, or no matter how many years your child was young, old, however, my deepest empathy and sympathy and condolences is with you all. From one being who has lost her heartbeat outside of her body to the next. No one really knows how we feel. We tend to not share those things. And even when we do, sometimes we get looked upon some type of way. But this is the space for you. This is the space that I created. Not even just for that, but for those that are addressing many different forms of grief. Because let me tell y'all something. And this ain't for everybody. That's why you got interceders. That's why you have people who, trailblaze the way for others. Everybody's not willing to face certain things. But what you don't face and what you don't deal with, it will cycle. Some things we don't genuinely got to put a meaning to. We don't got to use the Bible. We don't got to do all that stuff to really know and realize that we are the change that we needed. Whether if it was our childhood or our adulthood. Be that change. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, currently. I don't think I'll be here too much longer. I didn't even get to read the comments. But if you tapped in with this live, this is my first live, y'all. And this is all I be really wanting because I ain't even gonna speak on the past. Like, be present, be here, be in the now, be live, right? We live, baby. But no, this just refilled my spirit. And now I can get up off this couch and do some stuff that I feel like I need to do, like feed myself. Um, yeah. And if you came across this message, and if you even joined the live, please go give me a like or a subscribe, because I definitely have messages that need to ripple out here on the social media platforms to help continue to raise up the collective's vibration, even while we're dealing with this stormy weather and seasonal depression and just the daily life of things, y'all. You know, and like my reasons for me wanting to build a tribe and a community of like-minded people, or people who are going through transformations, of people who are, you know, just dealing with things and want support with that. Oof, confirmation bird. It's here now. And that's why, because I've been putting in that work. I've been patient. It's my time to continue to do so. So, all right, I'm about to get off of here. I'm so excited, y'all. Excited and liberated, anxious for nothing, just, you know, in good faith. And I hope all is well. I hope y'all are well as y'all can be, just as I'm doing myself. Because it's okay to not be okay, especially in these times and these seasons we are experiencing. Get with your tribe. Get with your people. And let's reclaim the consciousness so we can keep elevating and raising the frequency and continue to keep evolving. I appreciate y'all. Peace.